Peace.
With that.
Look well. Tribe of Gad. Tribe of Gad. The North American Indians, man. Tribe of Gad. Look well. North American Indians. 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. 12 tribes. As you see, they wear fringes with borders of blue. Fringes, borders of blue. Dark-skinned people. Okay? Matching up to the Bible, man. Just information you need to know. But let's start tonight's topic. You know, my job is to bring you the truth. Let's look at
Good evening, Brother Sham.
Peace.
In your prior video, you spoke on the Lord's covenant with Father Noah,
Mm-hmm.
and that he would no longer destroy the world with water.
Right.
So the rainbow we see is our assurance of the covenant. But
Right.
my question to you is, are there any other covenants in the Bible, and whom was it made with?
Wow. There are many covenants in the Bible. Okay. But in the Bible, there are two sections of people that has to be clarified. There is the chosen people of the Lord, which is the nation of Israel, which is the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And the 12 tribes is just different brothers who, by producing children, became tribes of one nation called Israel. Okay, and this is the big thing, the big misconception. Everybody else that's not born of the nation of Israel, which is other people from other fathers, are what's called Gentiles or the heathen or the strangers. Now, we must understand that's two clarifications. Okay, like for example, these people here are of the tribe of Gad. If you understand the history and if you understand the history and the movement and the judgments against these people, you will see, if you match them up, that they're of the tribe of Gad, Gad of the nation of Israel, okay? And that's how that terminology is. So everyone that is not born of a male child of the fathers of the nation of Israel are Gentiles or heathens or strangers. Take, for example, the Arabs, who came from Father Abraham, but their father, the firstborn son, coming through Hagar, a black woman, and Father Abraham, a black man, they're not of the chosen seed, nor the father never covenanted with them. So there are many different covenants or pacts in the Bible, right? And we're going to show that the first covenant, we already showed the first video I did earlier, was that the father made a covenant with Father Noah that the world will be no longer destroyed by water. So people who can conceive and can call themselves Christians and Christiacs and all this garbage that they sit down and call themselves, okay, which is not biblical. That's why I go at you like that. It's not biblical. So how do you perceive yourself like that if you're not speaking the truth of the word? Okay? If you're not speaking of the word. There's no such thing in the Bible as Roman Catholicism. There's no such thing in the Bible as Christianity. These are philosophies that man created. The Lord is not talking to man and his philosophies. The Lord is talking to a nation of people and to the other people who are the Gentiles. So you better know who you are. Now, let's go into the scriptures now and look at the covenants or pacts that the Lord created. Let's go into the book of Genesis now. Genesis, the 15th chapter, and he's talking to Father Abraham. Genesis, the 15th chapter, and the 5th verse. And he brought him forth, Abraham, abroad, and said, look now towards heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. See, that's the first thing. A lot of people don't believe in the word of the Lord. They don't. Okay? You see a lot of doubts. A lot of people that go into the book and say, well, I believe this, but I don't believe that. Then how can it be counted to you for righteousness? A lot of you don't believe in Christ, that he's a black man. but you want to run your mouth on my channel talking about God is love and Jesus is Lord and all that. Man, I'm not with that garbage, man. I'm not with that generic garbage. I deal with the word of the Lord. You can keep that. You can keep that. Okay? Righteousness, believe in the word of the Lord, what is written in the scriptures. That's why the scripture said, faith cometh through hearing, and hearing by the word of the Lord. That means you got to shut your mouth. That means you got to shut your mouth and open your ears. Okay? I don't care what none of you just jump on here and say, I'm about this word. Okay, listen to this. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. A pact is being made by the Lord with Father Abraham, not according to how you people feel, according to what the word says. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's jump over to the 18th verse of the 15th chapter. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abraham. See that? Go and look up in the dictionary what a covenant means, a pact. Saying, unto thy seed I have given this land. But wait a minute, Abraham didn't have a seed yet. He's talking about in the future, the seed of Abraham is going to take that land. From the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenzanites, and the Cadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaims, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites, they were all in the land. They were all in the land. These were all black Hamites. Africans, what you would call today Africans, they were Hamites. Okay, they were children of Ham, and they were all in that land. That's why that land, before it became the land of Israel, was called the land of Canaan. These are all descendants of Canaan. And the Lord said, this land belongs to your seed, Father Abraham. The Canaanites, or the black Africans, dark like Father Abraham, were not his children. But the Lord made a covenant with Father Abraham that his seed would inherit that land. So now we gave you a second covenant, and we're going to continue on into the covenant. Let's go into Genesis, the 17th chapter, and let's further see the 7th and 8th verse. And I will establish my covenant, this is the Father talking to Abraham again, between thee and me and thy seed. Who is the seed of Abraham? Israel. So what the hell y'all talking about? The hell y'all talking about? Sit down and read, man. Between thee and thy generations for an everlasting covenant to be a God unto thee and to thy seed. Wait, that cancels out all you Gentiles. Seed comes through sex, producing man and woman. That's what's produced tribes, and tribes produce nations. So how do you put yourself in there if it's not talking to you? And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger. So what is he pointing back to? That land that is called the Canaan, the land of Canaan, all the land of Canaan, where the Canaanites was, which now today is called the land of Israel, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. See how the Bible is showing you you're a damn liar? And I'm punching you to your face. Find a verse in there somehow that states your religious philosophy, your religious doctrine. See, the Bible is the word of truth, man. And I'm not one of your clown preachers and clown teachers that's going to set you a lie because I want your money. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Let me show you exactly what I care about. I'm going to show you exactly what I care about. Let's go into the book of Joshua so y'all can see, well, why does he talk to me so way? Let me show you the book of Joshua. Joshua, the 24th chapter, the 15th verse. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served, which are on the other side of the flood, or the God of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. The Amorites are sons of Canaan also. But what did Joshua say? But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's who I believe in, the Most High, his book. But my job is to tell you whether you hear or whether you feel it. I don't give a damn how you feel about this as I'm dropping it in the word. Let's go up into the book of Ezekiel so you can see I don't give a damn how you think. I don't care how none of you heathens or Christians or soft-hearted Israelites think. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm a straight up dude, man. Y'all don't really know. I'm just taking it easy right now. This is the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. And I'm going to read the first verse. He said, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll and go and speak unto the house of Israel. See, I'm not speaking to you Gentiles that's looking at this video, but you could get on board. See that? The roll is the Bible, man. That's the roll. And as I open my mouth, he calls me to eat the roll. See that? Eat the roll where? Through my mind. I kept my eyes open, and my elders taught me. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and I fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. As I began to learn this word, it was good. It was good, and I began to see things. And as he said, Son of man, go and speak unto the house of Israel and speak my words. Where you notice you Gentiles are at? Where you notice you Gentiles are at, all you Christians. Don't you read Ezekiel? Where you find Christian in there? You're lying pastors. You're a bunch of liars, man. Change Israel and make it into Christianity. Let's see what he says. That's right. That's right. That's right. Straight shooter, baby. For thou art not sent unto a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words I cannot understand. That's why the Bible is written in English. Because the Lord knew we was as a people, he would bring us here in slavery, and we would be taught our slave master's language. So the Bible is in English, we speak English. The Bible is in Spanish, we speak Spanish. The Bible is in French, we speak French, because the Lord put it for the white man to create it like that. Okay? Surely had I been sent to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto me, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. He's given us our nature, how we are. We don't like to listen, but watch it. He says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As adamant, harder than flint, I have made thy forehead. Fear them not. I ain't scared of you coming on here. Y'all can keep coming on here, because I'm going to keep hitting you with the truth. Okay, y'all ain't going to pick this video up, because you ain't about the truth. Though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears. See that? And go, get thee to the people of the captivity. See, we in captivity. I'm not talking to you Gentiles. You Gentiles ain't in captivity. Whether you white, Spanish, whatever, you're a Gentile, same for you, man. Same for you. You ain't in no captivity. You in your own land. You got your own laws, your own culture. I don't give a damn. He says, go unto them of the captivity. Go unto the children of thy people and speak unto them and tell them, thus saith the Lord power, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. That's why I talk like that. I don't give a damn. This word is for Israel. See that? You can run to your priest, your pastor, tell him, come see me. We'll set up a boxing challenge. I come to his school, wherever he want. You pay my plane fare, I come see you. Set up my hotel, I'll bring my Bible and we go at it worldwide. Come see you. I bring my gunners, my other readers for me. You're always talking about challenge. Let's deal with the word, man. What does the word say? Now we're going back into the covenant. So now you know. Now you know the Lord dealing with the nation of Israel. So let's continue this setup now. Let's go back into Genesis and finish this covenant now. So in Genesis, the 17th chapter, he says, I will give thee this land for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. So that's the second covenant. Let's watch the third covenant coming down. 10th verse, 17 to 17 chapter, Genesis 17 chapter, 10th verse. I'm going to start at 9. And the Lord said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant thereof, thou and thy seed after thee in their generation. This is my covenant which ye shall keep. Wait, another covenant. And between me, you, and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. Wait, the rainbow was one. Then he told Abraham he's going to covenant with him and give him the land. 2, second covenant, right? Now he's coming in with another covenant. Every man child among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant between me and you. So, according to the Bible, a male child is supposed to be circumcised, okay, according to a certain time and day, okay, and these traditions have changed based upon culture and so forth like that. Not fighting, I'm just showing you covenant, okay, between a token and he that is of 8 days old, and Christ was circumcised when you go up in the New Testament, shall be circumcised among you, every man child in his generations. That's why Christ was perfect. There was no law that he did not break. Everything matched according to the way the Most High set it up. He that is born of house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed. So Father Abraham had outside people, which were Gentiles or strangers. They had to be circumcised. He that is born of thy house and he that is bought with money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. See that? Now, people think that it's really talking about the flesh. The circumcision of the penis is the cleansing part. The true circumcision is the circumcision of the mind when you get deeper into the Bible. So if your penis is not circumcised according to that law, what is he really talking about? Because when you pull the foreskin back of their head, it's a cleansing process so that, the cheese, if you don't wash your penis, it starts to build up. So that doesn't go inside your urinary tract. Okay, that produces a nasty smell and so forth like that if you don't wash. Some people don't wash. You understand what I'm saying? And the uncircumcised man-child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off. Oh, and by uncircumcising, the uncircumcised penis can lead into bacteria. Okay, so when you have sex with a woman, right, you're penetrating, and that bacteria goes into her womb. So it's a sign of cleanliness. But the true cleanliness, that's why people think washing or the baptism of water somehow is going to get them into the kingdom. It is symbolic of the true washing of the mind. That baptism, that water, because you could take a shower all day. You could take a shower all day, stay in the shower. That doesn't get you into the kingdom of heaven. It is the washing of the mind with the word and what you do with it when you receive the word. Okay? So the circumcision now, so you can go and get circumcised from a little child and still be dirty. Dirty how? Dirty in your mind. See that? So now, Father, so showing you another covenant. And the uncircumcised man-child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He have broken my covenant. See that? Now, as we move on, staying in the same chapter, now we're going to get into another covenant. And we're going to show you, according to the Bible, who has not been covenanted with. That's why. Let's break it down. Keep reading, 15th verse. And the Lord said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her and will give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her and she will be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Wait a minute. Then Abraham fell on his face and laughed and said in his heart, shall a man be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? Now here's the hypocrisy of man, right? I deal with this a lot. A lot of people can't believe the power of God. People say that they believe in God, but they don't believe in the power. Don't you know for you to be alive, there has to be a God? that created your skin, the greatness of God to create your eyes, your cooling system, your heating system, your generative system to produce children, your hair to grow the follicles in your hair. You understand? Your DNA, your beard and everything. These things didn't happen by mishap. There had to be a God. So now check out what he says. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed. Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? He was 100. He couldn't believe it. Like, yo, the Lord's going to give me a child. And Sarah's going to have a child at 90. You understand? If God can create you, cannot the Lord create a child? See, man don't believe, man. Man don't believe. Man does not believe, man. Man look at the stars. Man look at water that they drink, and they think it's just there. You don't really believe it. Light comes to you from stars billions upon light years away. You don't really believe. You don't believe nothing that's in the Bible. Whatever the white man tell you, that's what you believe, though. Him and his science. Check this out. And Abraham said unto the Lord, oh, that Ishmael live before thee. So now, who is Ishmael? Ishmael is the firstborn son of Father Abraham. But now he's not the righteous son of Father Abraham. He's really a Gentile son. Check this out. Maybe I'm wrong. And the Lord said, Sarah thy wife shall indeed bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant. Here we go again. With him for an everlasting covenant, and his seed with him. Wait, who is the seed of Isaac? Jacob. Jacob is the father of the nation that is called Israel. And as for Ishmael, wait, who is Ishmael? Ishmael is the father of the nation that became the Arabs. You know what the Arabs created? A damn lie called Islam. And in Islam, you get a dogma book called the Quran that everybody jumps on as being a righteous book of the Lord. But wait a minute, if that was so, what is the Lord saying here? Let's see. Don't be mad at me. Read the book for yourself. As for Isaac, I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant and with his seed after him. Well, what about Ishmael? And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. The Lord know everything that he gonna do. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. So now the Arabs is a great nation on the world stage. They control things, the Middle East. They got money. They bought this, bought that. They control the Gulf, the Saudi Arabian Sea. They're on the world stage. Islam is a worldwide religion of lies that people believe in, that somehow has something to do with God and Allah and all this. The nation of Islam in America, you understand all that madness? The Kaaba stone in Mecca, a great nation. Wait, but did the Lord covenant with them? But my covenant will I establish with Isaac. So you gonna fight the Lord's word now? You gonna burn the book up? You gonna highlight darken these verses out? I know many people have done that. I've seen it. Because you don't believe the Lord's word. You ain't about the truth. You ain't about the truth. So there it is. Now you see who's been covenanted with and who has been not covenanted with. So the Arabs who are Gentiles, there is no covenant or pact the Lord made with them. Let me reread to punch you in your face one more time. And yes, that's what I said, exactly. To punch you in your face, Because all you do is come up with lies. You will read this and then twist this around however you want. But my covenant pact, go and look up the dictionary meaning of a covenant, will I, the Lord, establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. Now, who did Isaac produce? Isaac produced Jacob. And Jacob is who the third or the fourth covenant is with. So I'm going to do a next video and I'm going to break that down. We're going to show you how they were covenanted by the Lord, how they were married by the Lord, and who the covenant came through Father Moses. And then the second covenant came through Father Christ, which is the greater covenant, which you lying Christians always jumping on, talking your garbage, but can't prove nothing. Now I'm going to show you through the word. Because you know, I'm tight. I'm tight. I don't care how you feel. I'm tight. Because you're lying. That's why the Lord said this in Job. You go to the book of Job so you can see it for yourself. And don't think I'm upset. I'm just trying to get in the kingdom of heaven. I'm just trying to get in the kingdom of heaven. Let's go in the book of Job and see what you do. This is what man does. This is Job 13, verse 4. This is what man does. He says, but you are forgers of lies. See that? All you men in your Christian religions, your Roman Catholic religions, your Islam religions, your Confucius religions, whatever you garbage you believe is, he said you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. Because you try to help people to, calm them down and stuff like that. Man, the Lord say you forgers of lies, man. You're physicians of no value. No value. You try to doctor people up with your philosophy. So that means you must be a physician dealing with mental psychosis, mental tricknology. He says, but you're a physician of no value. Okay. So now let's go and see what Christ said about you, all you false teachers. Let's go up in the book of Matthew. Let's see what Christ, what the true Savior, what the true prophet said about you in these last days and times. That's why you do what you do. Matthew, the 24th chapter and the 11th verse. He says, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. And that's what all you liars is out there doing. You're a false prophet, man. And you're deceiving many with your religions. Let's go in the book of Matthew, 24th chapter, 23rd verse. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. The word Christ means Savior. So all of you are running out there telling people this is the way to be saved and come to my church. I hear this all week long. Come to my church and, you're going to learn the truth. Christ ain't dealing with nothing with that. 24th verse. And there shall arise many false Christs and false prophets. See that? On your churches, you have signs up saying prophet this and come to prophet this church and prophet Samuel and all these things, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if they were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You're false, man. You're false. The Lord never made no covenant, no second covenant with nobody else. And that's coming up in the second video, the third video I'm about to do in like 10 minutes. We're going to break down all these covenants. Peace.